This is the Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news. That's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
Scungy.
And it's just me and you, but we got some. We'll get there in a minute.
We're going to get there.
We'll get there in a minute.
Patience. We have 2 hours.
Young Padawan. We have 2 hours. So let me lay out the show. We've got one guest already in studio, and we'll keep that as a surprise for right now.
Suspense.
Now, we were going to have Ben Robert from St. Tammany Collectors Con, but I left the interview on my laptop at home. And I didn't save it to the iHeart network because, well, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
It happens.
And so I've also, but I've got John Slattery and James Hamilton. John Slattery from Mad Men. The dude with the white hair.
He also played Howard Stark.
He also played Howard Stark, and he's in the new movie Nuremberg, which is out right now.
Oh, it is out?
It is out right now.
Oh, I need to go see it.
At the Palace 20. So it doesn't have a huge... I guess like it's not on a bunch of screens, but it's only like 2.5 hours, so it's not like some 3-hour thing where But honestly, I mean, look, talking with them and seeing what the source material is, and just seeing the cast that's in it, like Rami Malek, Russell Crowe, Michael Shannon, and then John Slattery. I mean, dude, it's a stellar cast, and I'm putting it up there with like Oppenheimer. I'm putting it up there. Well, I don't know. No. I don't know, but it feels like that because it's just a star-studded cast taking on a pretty deep theme, and it's basically talking with the director, which we'll hear that interview next hour, James Hamilton, and like he got it from a book that's called the Nazi and the Psychiatrist, and so basically it was all prepping for Nuremberg and the whole. Did you know that the Nuremberg had so many lights in there? They turned it into like a TV studio. They had so many lights, they actually issued sunglasses to some of the participants there because it was that bright. They wanted to make it a huge televised spectacle because this was the first time you ever heard crimes against humanity. That term that term was coined in Nuremberg. And
really?
So Russell Crowe, I don't know if they shoved a pillow in there because he
looks like he's got a little girth on him.
Goering had girth. He was a portly, balloony guy with the blue uniform. Like he was the only one in the Nazi party who wore blue. Everybody else was brown or black. He wore powdered blue, I guess, because the Luftwaffe.
Yeah, well,
off we go into the wide blue yonder. I don't know. I don't know what the Nazis' Air Force theme was. I'm just guessing here.
That could have been it. I don't know.
off we go into the wild blue yonder.
Let's go fly some planes. Yeah.
So, but we'll talk about St. Tammany Collectors Con. But also joining us live in studio is local celebrity. Oh. Hey, yeah, right.
Oh, yes.
I can use that term if I want to, but also just a mainstay in the geek community, a pillar, if you will. The owner of Go4 Games, Mac Nierendorf, is with us. Mac, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. So, look, we're going to be talking with you throughout the whole first hour. We're keeping you here because we got a lot of scudgy. What is the stuff we got on the sheet? Because there's a lot of, like, the state of gaming in the city, and a lot of that. Dig into that real quick.
So, me?
Yes, I gotta do stuff.
Okay, all right, you got to do stuff. I thought you were talking to Mac. All right, so they have the state of hobby gaming. So, hobby gaming has changed, Mac. Has it? It used to be where it was, I felt you had to go into the recesses, into like the deep, dark places to go find any of this stuff, to go find a module book or even a board game. Now, I can walk in the Target and buy D&D.
Absolutely.
At a Target. So how has that changed a little bit?
I mean, it's definitely become more like mainstream. I think hobby gaming has always been a thing. It's always been something that people have enjoyed, but not as many people knew that they were enjoying it. Like, let's take fantasy football. That's really just D&D. Yes. It's stats. That's
really
what it is. And that's you're finding your players to be able to play against other teams of players, right? That's exactly what you're doing in D&D.
Dude,
Exactly. It's a huge dice in D&D.
At work, fantasy football is humongous at my job, and it's all blue collar guys. And I'm sitting there, and they're going like, "I got this. I need to do this trade over here, but this stats. It's like, man, I need to get this many points and everything." And I'm just sitting there going, "Nerds." They're like, "No, we're not. We're not nerds." I'm like, "Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are."
100%.
So like one of the things that you've talked about is basically, like with the state of gaming, trading cards. So now that the trading card games, the TCGs, how they're different than anything else in this whole scope of gaming and whatnot. I'll admit, like one of the first things I did was start playing Magic years and years and years ago. I played some board games and everything, and I played some tabletop. But what I would say the first thing that I actually did was when I picked up a deck of Magic, and I think it was like 94 or something, right? When it came out, something like that. And I was like, what is this? It was so different. And here we are, what, like 30 years later?
Oh, God, yeah. We are 30 years in. Can you believe that?
30 years later, and that and Pokemon. So talk a little bit about that versus everything else.
So, I mean, I think the big thing about trading card games that make it so different from all the other types of hobby games is there's that kind of gotcha feel to it. It's like it's a lotto ticket. Oh, what did I open? Did I get the thing, the whatever that's super shiny or super expensive or whatever? And that's what makes it so different from the other games. Whereas with board games, I know exactly what I'm going to buy. I get everything in the box, and it's the same as every other person's box. With the role-playing games, it's, I get whatever's in that book, and it's the same as everyone else's book. There's no search or competition for I got the rarest thing or I got the most expensive thing. And I think that's where the card game market kind of has turned the hobbies game industry into the booming thing that it is right now, because people are all searching for that thing.
Wait, say that again? Say that again? No, seriously, say that again.
The hobby games industry is being turned different, like to be this booming, massive thing, is because of this desire to gamble for those things. They want that extra special, expensive thing. People unfortunately treat it like a lotto ticket. They think, oh man, I got this $800 card. I have to say, there's a real famous man who taught possibly almost 90% of your listeners. His name was Mr. Carl Tupper.
Okay.
And he owned BSI Comics.
Yeah.
Now that's a local celebrity.
Yeah.
And I remember he was a paraplegic who owned a comic book shop, and he took care of all the kids in the neighborhood. And one of the things that he told me, I saw a giant-sized X-Men #1 on the wall. I'm like, oh my God, Mr. Carl, that's amazing. That's so expensive. He's like, that's worth nothing. I'm like, what do you mean that's worth nothing? He's like, that's worth nothing except what it's worth to you. I'm like, what? No, the book says it's worth this much. And he's like, Mac, if someone is going to pay you that much, then it's worth that much.
Yeah.
But if no one's going to pay you, then it's worth nothing.
So like this is something that really piqued my curiosity, because and we're seeing so many Pokemon stores around town. And like Pokenola, thank you to Pokenola, because they provide prize support at Game On, of course, thanks to Mac for those 4 games we provide.
2 weeks, we'll be there again.
And so it's like, all right, you've got a lot of these game card shops, the Pokemon card shops that don't exactly do what you do. And this is not a knock. I don't want anybody to take this as a knock, but it's not exactly like a huge community. While there is a huge community, they're there to really be like, hey, I got this card, or hey, I got this card, and it's really about opening and collecting. They have 2 tables that are strictly really there for you to open the cards, but nobody's friggin' playing Pokemon in those stores though. Them a couple of them might, but they might be playing Bleach or Yu-Gi-Oh or some other stuff. But like the Pokemon cards in particular has really kind of grabbed America by the short and curlies and is twisting so hard right now, and it's exploding. And people are, as most business entrepreneurs should do, you ride the wave until it crests, and then you get out before the wave crashes. I feel like this whole Pokemon thing that's going on right now is similar to the economy of Holland, where it's like here's a whole bunch of tulips. You love tulips? We got more tulips. And they based the entire economy on something that has an arbitrary value. And it's a very arbitrary thing because eventually the next big thing will come along, or eventually someone will get tired of it. I mean, and so like people always say, oh, well, they're going to get tired of Fortnite. But here's Fortnite cranking stuff up. But Fortnite sort of reinvents itself. Pokemon really does too, because they always create new things. They add. So credit to them, but there's only so much you can, put lipstick on said pig before people are just like, I'm still kissing a pig, bro. And so when you finally get one of those big cards and it's like, oh my God, yeah, the going rate on like eBay is $500. So you get out there, you put it up there. Well, nobody's buying it. So should I lower the price? Well, no, because it's $500. And I've already assumed I'm going to sell that $500 card and spend another $500. And that's how people screw up and dig themselves in that hole. And then all of a sudden they're just like, I've got $10,000 air quote of inventory that I could potentially sell, but it's no longer worth that because no one's willing to shell out the money and buy it. And so I'm just kind of curious because it does seem like it's part of that gig economy where people are, doing, OnlyFans or Uber and things like that. Well, I wonder where all the money was going. Like it's so hard for businesses to hire people sometimes. I mean, you're a business owner. Do you have trouble trying to find good people? I mean, you got great people, but
yeah, you do. Your staff is amazing.
We've been really blessed. The people that walk through our doors have always been real solid.
Except that kid Josh. I don't
yeah.
But
Josh
so
is great.
I always wonder because like I do a lot of what we call recruitment ads for the company for iHeart. I mean, it's always like Bob's Automotive in Fort Lauderdale, Florida is hiring a full-time mechanic. You need to be capable and blah blah blah. So and dude, like the amount of those kind of commercials I do is staggering. And so I wonder where they all went. So it's kind of like a gig economy because they're all kind of like money is sort of shifting hands with this younger generation. Like it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to give you $500 because I want that Pokemon card, but I've also been selling, either house goods or other random stuff like, Avon or whatever. But it's always some sort of like gig economy. And I think that's like people are sort of making that money back. And I know I'm kind of getting off topic here, but it still brings me back to that. What is it actually worth? It's an arbitrary worth. And that at some point, when does the bottom fall out? Just like in comic books in the 90s, it just, dear God, do you remember when X-Force came out and it was sealed comics that each had like collector's cards in there? And you had to try to find all 10 bags. And so you'd go to all these different comic book shops, which was sort of a brilliant, marketing plan. But then you had the chromatic covers, then you had the black and white covers, and then you had the alternate covers, and then you had, my butthole covers. I mean, just everything. It got to be too much. And then $7.99 for a comic book. I'm like, up yours, pal.
Yep.
I tapped out as a kid when it got up to like $1.50. Like I can't afford G.I. Joe at $1.50. I had to mow 3 lawns just to get like 2 comic books. Up yours, man. So I'm just kind of curious as to where that goes and what is your, as a business owner, a stopgap measure for that?
Well, I think you're definitely onto something. I think this kind of has come out of the COVID era.
Yeah,
right?
Working from home and just catching where you can.
Everybody had to try to figure out something. Everybody had to find their own.
And working from home is awesome.
And I think that's where a lot of this stems from because a lot of these collectors that are coming through grew up in that.
Yeah,
that is what they know. So I think that's where a lot of this comes from. As far as like how do you combat crazy pricing and things like that, honestly, the best way to do it is just not to buy it at the price that is unreasonable. Like, there's definitely an argument to say, like, for parents who buy scalper pricing for stuff because they want to have that experience with their child. It's like, hey, I want my kid to be able to
$4,000 for Tay-Tay tickets. Yeah.
I mean, like, they want to have that experience. And what is a fond memory with your family worth? It can be worth tons of money. So I totally get that. But if you really want to, like, really stop people from doing this craziness and, like, fighting at Costco and things like that,
it's ridiculous.
Don't buy the product. Don't.
It is ridiculous. And you go into the thing that you said about COVID. I remember working at GameStop that before COVID, my shelves would have Pokemon cards and they just sat there. They didn't move. And then something happened and somebody got on YouTube during COVID and opened up a pack of Pokemon cards and there was a rare card in it. And all of a sudden, everybody started going on YouTube, opening up packs. And then next thing I know, I look and my shelves are bare and people are like, where are your Pokemon cards? I'm like, you want Pokemon cards? You're joking, right? What's going on? It's amazing. So do you think that, are we at the crest of this wave or are we still ascending on this wave or you think we've passed it now?
I think we're definitely still ascending because people are trying to find areas. Like this weekend,
because it's still hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, but like
the
they're starting
demand has outpaced the supply.
I don't know about all that. I think the companies are doing a little.
Well,
false.
that's
Nintendo, the Nintendo model.
That's some smart business.
It's the
business.
Nintendo model.
That's called business savvy, not scumbaggery. Come on now, what's wrong with you, Mac?
But I do think that it's still ascending only because this weekend we had the release of Riot Studios' Riftbound, which is the League of Legends card game.
Okay.
And everybody's going crazy for that. But where I think that it's people are kind of still searching for what to do with this is people really wanted the booster packs so you can get the chase cards. They didn't want the starter decks so you could play the game. So we had a bunch of starter decks still on the shelf. People didn't want that. They wanted the booster packs where you could gamble for getting this 1 of 13 special chase
You know
card.
what? All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, because then we can talk about what frickin' Magic the Gathering's been doing too, man.
Yeah.
Dear God, I mean, like, I broke crack the addiction back in college. I mean, like, I've still got I got an unopened Legends pack.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's fancy.
I know. I bought like a whole box of them back when they were at least reasonably priced, and I kept opening them looking for that piece of gold. I didn't get it, so I had this one pack left. I'm like, I'm gonna hold on to it for like 4 or 5 years and see what happens. I was 21 in college. Next thing I know, I wake up and I'm 51, and I'm kind of like, holy crap, I still got that? I'm like, score! All right, so we'll talk about that on the other side of the break. Mac Nierendorn is our guest, owner of Go4Games, Go4GamesNola.com? Yeah. I can't remember if it was org or not, but yeah, .com. All right, so this is The Week in Geek with D Squared on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
This is a ferocious hurricane.
Better prepare.
It is important that we are prepared.
Generators ready.
Batteries, candles,
All our prescriptions are filled.
plenty of water,
Flashlights.
As you prepare for hurricane season,
We got food.
radio.
take this moment to download our free iHeartRadio app for all your devices.
Now's the time to do it.
Because if the power goes out,
Keep that line of communication open.
it's your direct link to information.
We must be ready.
Operation Stormwatch from News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Hey, Louisiana sports fans, heads up. Right now, lawmakers in Baton Rouge are running a trick play. They're trying to push through a tax hike that hits sports fans and local businesses. That's right, they want to make sports betting more expensive for you and your fellow sports fans. So time out. Tell your representatives no to a tax hike on Louisiana sports fans. Visit betonla.org. Paid for by the Sports Betting Alliance.
Gumbo Nation, you did it again. Thank you. 10 plus years on air, Mortgage Gumbo Dadcam has grown because of your trust in me as your local preferred lender with all your home loan needs. My recent recognition as a national top lender is awesome, but being your local lender is what matters to me and why I'm so thankful. I promise to continue to earn your trust in making your needs my priority. Visit MortgageGumbo.com.
Hey, Louisiana, how are you stopping litter?
In Terrebonne Parish, we put our trash in a bag and never out the car window.
In Bienville, we bag it, tie it, and put a lid on it.
We keep litter out of our lakes in Lafayette.
And in Calcasieu Parish, we keep our roads clean by clearing out our truck beds and securing our loads.
We need every person in every parish to stop littering and keep Louisiana beautiful. For more litter prevention tips, visit letlouisianashine.org.
Sponsored by the Louisiana Lieutenant Governor's Office and Keep Louisiana Beautiful.
If you've been listening to Winning at Life for a while now, you probably already know that estate planning is more than just a will. You may need a trust. You definitely need both of your powers of attorney. So what's your plan? Hi, I'm Wes Blanchard, an estate planning attorney of offices in Metairie. Listen, don't leave your loved ones in a bind. Call me and we'll make you a plan or update your existing plan. Find me at wjblanchardlaw.com.
Hello, this is Ethan Peck, Mr. Spock in Star Trek Discovery, and this is The Week in Geek.
Welcome back into The Week in Geek. This is David D. Squared, along with
Scungy
and
Mac.
There you go.
Ethan Peck. What a great guy.
Peck.
Great guy, though.
Oh, my God, dude. It was so great. He gave it like the typical Vulcan. It was just like, this is Ethan Peck, and you're listening to The Week in Geek. Better than that other guy who was in the My Little Ponies.
Yes. His name is Sir John Delancey.
Oh, is it? He's not a sir.
He believes he is.
Loud noises. Loud noises. All right. Welcome back into The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. We are streaming live, I think, on the Week in Geek Facebook page, the Week in Geek radio show on Facebook. Yes, Scungy is updating it. Brendan LaSalle was our guest last week. So Mac Nierendorn is our guest live in here now. But all my docking, so I can't even see messages. So hopefully Scungy will keep an eye on the messages.
I'm going to try.
Well, come on. Don't let Eric down, okay? Don't let Eric down. Eric Ballard, #1 fan. #1!
You're #1!
You're #1! Now, also, you can follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. And, of course, we strongly urge you to click, like, and subscribe and share to our YouTube page, which is at Twig Radio. You got to put that at symbol because we got fired on the other one.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So, but also on Twitch, Twig_radio. Twig_radio. So we should be streaming there, but I'm not sure.
Well,
dude, if I almost said the SH word. If stuff can go wrong, it will go wrong. So this is our second 2-hour show, but at least we started technically on time this week.
We did.
Well, the stream didn't start on time. So
hey, look, we take the L. I mean, take the W,
take
man.
The L. See, look, we're used to taking the L. So
yeah, take the W, man.
But yeah, so look, now also on the free iHeartRadio app, you can click that
little candy-like button.
Be a part of the show. Download that free iHeartRadio app. Go to News Talk 99.5 WRNO and click that little red microphone button.
Well, hello there.
And you too can be a part of the show, just like this.
David Ford, BBC World Service here, with some helpful Halloween tips for the children. Be sure not to talk to strangers, because...
Be a part of the show. Download that free iHeartRadio app. Go to News Talk 99.5 WRNO and click that little red microphone button.
Well, hello there.
And you too can be a part of the show, just like this.
David Ford, BBC World Service here at the Superdome, where the Saints will play the Panthers.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm here to see the American football game.
Oh, I think you're here on the wrong day. The Saints already played in Carolina today, but they won.
Jolly good, they've doubled their number of wins. Playoff hopes?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Right then. Good day, ma'am.
Next time it could be you. Download that free iHeartRadio app, go to News Talk 99.5 WRNO and click that little red microphone button.
Well, hello there.
There you go. The Saints win.
The Saints
They've doubled their number of wins.
Sun shines on a dog's butt every once in a while.
Thanks to roving reporter David Ford of the BBC, and his pull back the curtain. That's his lovely wife who's actually doing the other voice. We got to meet and hang out with him at Contraflow, so I got to hang out with his wife as well. And it was funny. So like, dude, so Brian Smith is his name, the guy who does David Ford, and Dude, all right, we've been in radio. We've been doing this show for 12 plus years, all right? When I first got into radio, when I first started working here, I remember walking in and hearing all these voices speak. Wild Wayne, A.D. Berry, Uptown Angela, Lisa Baque doing the traffic reports. And I had never seen these people, but I heard all their voices, and I'm just like, oh my God. But then we meet Brian at Contraflow, and he's like, we're like, do the voice. He's like, David Ford. And we're like, yeah.
Dave sits there and goes like, Scudgy, come on over here.
Scudgy
He's like,
didn't
come
know
here.
yet.
He's like, he goes, do you know who this is? And I'm like, no. He's like, tell him hello. He goes, hello. And I'm like, oh my God.
So ideally, we can get Brian to come out in 2 weeks because he was doing the zombie paintball thing.
Oh, okay.
So
Very cool.
so he wasn't able to come during Halloween when we had or October when we had 2 Saints games. Now also we had. So in 2 weeks we'll be there. The 26th, I think. Is that what it is? The 26th? I believe that's correct.
I am looking that up right now. That is going to be on the 23rd.
Sorry, 23rd. So 2 weeks from today, we'll be back at Game On Social Hub out in Kennebra. And so hopefully we can get him to come out and come hang out and be on the show for us.
That would be awesome.
That would be funny because we could have David Ford reporting live. Live on location, David Ford. All right, so damn it, it's already time to take a break. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, we went really long.
Okay.
I am trying to do better, Scungy.
Hey,
I'm
look.
trying to do better because now that we're 2 hours, and eventually the whole point is to get on more stations. They got this weird thing called breaks and commercials that they get really testy if we don't actually play them.
What?
I don't look. I just work here. I just work here. So we did the whole spiel. Follow, subscribe.
All right, we got that.
And Mac, give us your socials. Where can people follow Go For Games?
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube. All of it is Go For Games NOLA.
Is it Go the number 4?
It is the number 4.
Yes.
Like God intended it to be.
There we go. All right, this is the Weekend Geek. No numerals involved. Right? There are on 99.5 WRNO. We'll be right back.
Serving the Louisiana hobby and games community for over 12 years, Go For Games has prided itself on offering the very best in personalized customer service, unique experience-based events, and premium amenities for our Go For Academy members, such as after-hours private gaming space, full immersion RPG room, rotating board game library, and coming soon a video game arcade. So join the Go For community at 4953 West Napoleon Avenue. For more info, go to goforgamesnola.com or the Go For Discord. Go For Games, where you got game.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Get ready to unleash your potential at CrossFit Grigri. Are you tired of ordinary gyms? Say hello to extraordinary results. At CrossFit Grigri, we're not just a gym, we're a family. Join our community of passionate individuals who seek to better themselves, help those around them, and find enjoyment in doing both. Experience personalized training, expert coaching, and a supportive environment that fuels your fitness journey. Learn more at CrossFitGrigri.com or follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. CrossFit Grigri, where the potions and the programming and the magic's in the community.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Fox News and Carmen Roberts. The Senate's expected to take a test vote on a bill to end the government shutdown by 10 tonight Eastern Time.
And then the question is just how fast they can get it through the Senate. Does that come later tonight? Does it come in the overnight? Is this more of a Monday or Tuesday project?
Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill says the bill is not the straight spending bill Republicans have been pushing since September. There are 3 bills that fund Congress, the Department of Agriculture, and veterans programs through next fall. Federal and state officials are investigating 13 cases of infant botulism in 10 states.
It's linked to baby formula, which is being recalled. By Heart Incorporated has agreed to begin recalling 2 lots of the company's whole nutrition infant formula. The FDA says no deaths were reported.
Fox's Daria Albiner, America's listening to Fox News.
My name is Optimus Prime, and you are listening to The Week in Geek. Autobots, transform and roll out.
Welcome back in to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Square, along with
Scungy
and
Mac. Hello.
Yeah, all right, Mac. Act like you want to be here, pal. Come on. Now. All right. So now that we got breaks and our clients are taken care of, we've cleared out some of the commercials. I want to continue our discussion with Mac. So look, Mac is on the forefront of gaming here locally. Pretty much the last man standing right now as far as it goes to as board game, role playing, miniature gaming hobby store. There are some hobby stores, but like you brought up, a lot of the big box stores are now starting to carry like Dungeons and Dragons. Target has a huge wall full of Stranger Things stuff, and the big box set that you have on your shelves, you know, with the Hellfire Club stuff. So there's a little bit of overlappage, but I wanted to talk about role-playing games in particular. Now, Mac, you got your start. Your whole niche when you first started, I remember this was really miniature gaming. Like that was your bread and butter, and it was funny. God rest his soul, Brian. It was funny because he lived at your store because he was a 40K guy, you know, and I was a pencil and paper guy, so I was either War Games and Fantasy or +1 Gaming, or you know, just like at con, I'd buy a book and be like, hey, let's play at my house, fellas, yay! But I want to talk about role playing now versus during COVID, because we saw this huge uptick in which I still haven't gotten into it yet. Where you get everybody online, like Foundry or D20.
Zoom, they did.
Well, you can do Zoom, but no, dude, some of the websites they got now, like Foundry and D20, if you buy the rules through them, you can use the rules on there, so you can have the rule books there. You can get the counters and specific stuff. Oh yeah, dude,
it's really cool.
So I don't even know what the hell Foundry is, but Savage Worlds, which is kind of like my go-to RPG these days, because it's like GURPS before GURPS screwed it up and put too much stupid math in your
Is
stupid
that the one
RPG.
that you use that one for the World War II campaign?
Yeah, the World War IIs. Yeah, so but they bought it once the D20 kind of went away, and so people bought a lot of these IPs, and
it's a good system.
Well, and it's actually gotten better. It's actually gotten better, but I digress. Shane Hensley is the guy who runs it. I've got his cell phone number. I need to bring him on the show, because now that we got 2 hours, we can tiptoe through the tulips per se now, because we got time to talk with Mac about this. So Mac, what have you seen as far as role-playing games, playing at the store, because you've got sweet little spots to play, but also like with COVID and everything, what have you seen?
Well, honestly, we've seen a really kind of interesting trend in people playing in person. Now, it's not entirely at the shop. Like most people will play at home with their friend group and things like that. And I've seen more people play that way than the traditional online, unless you're using some professional game master services or something like that. Wizards of the Coast has their version of an online table.
Carlton, he's like roll 20 and D&D Beyond. He read as dipstick.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Sorry.
But yeah, D&D Beyond is the Wizards of the Coast version of that.
Yeah.
And they're really awesome. You get really cool maps that you can operate from your laptop.
And some have like sound effects and music. You can throw some music in the background, man. Shoot.
Roll20 you can use it on your cell phone and play.
Shut up! I didn't even know that.
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Wow.
But they're really cool. But I like I said, we are finding more and more groups getting together. It's becoming more of like a social aspect. It's becoming like, hey, we go over to Scungy's house to have dinner and play a game, as opposed to before it was like, oh, we're just going to have dinner, things like that. So I find it being more mainstream. Like,
well, I mean, wasn't that really kind of like board games for a while though?
Yeah.
I mean, like because board games really freaking took off. I guess it was pre-COVID, but I mean, like. Board games were where it was at. It became the new social norm where because like a lot of the younger generation, they're not drunks like Scungy and I were. They don't hang out at bars all the time or as much, but they're smart. They buy their booze and then drink it at home and play board games. But that was really surprising to me to find out how many people were playing board games because when we were coming up, it's like comic books, D&D, and board games. What a nerd! Yeah. What a nerd! We had it tough. These kids got it sweet now. Yeah. So I mean, but so like board games is still cruising on, sailing, right? I mean,
no, absolutely. I think the board game market is still fairly strong. You can look at Kickstarter, GameFound, BackerKit.
Yeah, Backer. Yeah.
Games still are one of the top 5 categories in sales every year. So it's really fantastic.
Well, this dovetails really well. It dovetails into two things. We can either talk about online gaming or the tariff issue. Like, you know what? Let's talk about the tariffs because we're talking about the pricing stuff right now. Yeah. So, how much of an impact has the tariff situation? Because like it's always up in the air right now too. Because sometimes it's like, oh yeah, there is a tariff, then there's not a tariff. Is there a tariff? But most businesses are just going to assume there's a tariff, and we've already seen the price hikes. So, what's happening on your end?
Oh, absolutely. So, unfortunately, with the chaos of what's going on in our world right now.
Yeah, not knowing anything,
Yeah, we're seeing that most of the distribution partners or publishers are just going with this is what the price is now. We don't know if it's going to lower or not, but when it does and it stays stable, then we will lower it. But as with all things in the world, it's much harder to lower something than it is to keep something high.
And so people will know. We would probably say about like 85% of the board gaming manufacturing happens in China, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're going to outsource. Like, why is it not made in America? So the tariffs are definitely going to be affecting them.
Oh, absolutely. And then the opposite side of that is to produce here in America cost just as much as the tariff does, if not more.
Well,
because
I mean,
we're not set up for it yet.
Our problem, and this is why we can't compete with China, is because Minecraft is the #1 movie in the world. The kids are all playing Minecraft. Clearly, the kids yearn for the mines again. So let's just put the kids back in the sweatshops where they belong with their tiny little hands.
Why do they have to have child labor laws?
Making sweet little miniatures for our pleasure.
Exactly.
Have the kids make the meeples. Okay, come on. I have kids. I'd put them in the sweatshop. Come on, man. Screw them kids. Put them to work.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So yeah, those.
But I mean, so because so like one of the things that I've seen, and I've already like backed some of it, like Renegade Games. They were doing G.I. Joe Risk. Now, initially, they were going to do it all in-house. That was the plan. And they were like, all right, we're going to start taking orders. But then the tariff news hit. And so they pulled it down. They're like, we're going to wait and see. And 3 months later, tariffs are still, nobody knows what's going on. They're like, hey, we're going to do it on BackerIt or Kickstarter. And so basically they're like, we want to make sure that we can cover the tariffs and everything and all our production fees, as opposed to saying we're going to make this game. We're going to see if there's a demand before we try to put out anything for it. So I've seen that with Renegade Games, a couple of other RPGs and other game houses have moved to a BackerIt model because they're concerned, and all of them say the prices really are contingent upon tariffs. I mean, like is that going to be the new norm now, or what do you think?
I mean, right now it is the new norm. I understand business-wise why they are doing what they're doing, because they are able to gauge something well. It's great market research. B, they are able to produce a product with little to no risk because the funding happens up front.
That alone is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah. And that's all great and all. Where I have an issue with major production companies doing or publishing through Kickstarter or BackerKit or anything like that is the fact that is going to be A to B. It's going to be the publisher to the consumer,
and then cuts out you as a,
it
brick
cuts
and
out
mortar
me
store.
as a brick and mortar store. But where it hurts the industry, in my mind, is that let's say you and Skunji only play at your house. So no one else sees that really cool game that just came out. So then that's where the game dies because these people are not taking this anywhere. They're playing at home or they're playing with their little group.
Damn it, Mac. I'm so freaking glad I had you come in because honestly, that crap would have never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
The fact that people aren't seeing it, like maybe at a con.
Yeah.
So like
I brought it to a con to get somebody to play it.
Like I got Battle of Hoth from you. Was as soon as it came out, I called the store.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, is Battle of Hoth out yet? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, Mac, it's David. Hold one. He's like, okay.
At the con, he literally brought it on Sunday at the con.
I brought it to Contraflow on Sunday afternoon, and so me and Dean are playing it, and sure as man, I keep wanting to curse tonight.
Yeah.
Sure as shucks. Sure as shooting, pal. A couple people started walking up. They're like, oh, cool. Is that the new Days of Wonder game? I'm like, yeah, man. It's Battle of Hoth. And people sat down and watched it. They're like, oh, cool. And this is what I love about the nerds in our community, and especially at cons. A couple guys walk up. He goes, hey, I had this dude make me an ATST dice rolling thing. So you dropped it into the cockpit, and then it falls out the bottom of the ATST little scout walker.
That's cool.
And so I'm just like, that is awesome. But I never would have thought that, honestly, because it is part of like I guess a commercial venture where it's like you can't really. I don't see too many board game commercials. You know? Of course, I don't watch
really
Sunday cartoons anymore, but you never know. But that's a good way, like a word of mouth in essence. So
I have a question about going along with that, with the crowdfunding and whatnot. So I know, like for smaller companies, it's really hard for them to get their game out there. It's hard to break into the market, and I get why they do Kickstarter. But then you have people like Asmodee, which is probably the biggest board game company out there, maybe. Why is it that they are still on Kickstarter? Now, I know that you have
you know what?
retailer
I
pledges.
can help him answer
you
that one.
have retail pledges, which help for y'all.
Absolutely.
But why would they still, when they are that big of a conglomerate, why are they still doing that?
Hold that thought, because we got it. Speaking of conglomerates, we got to clear some other conglomerates commercials.
Clear that inventory.
Clear the conglomerates. This is the Week of Geek with D Squared on News Talk. We're going to continue our conversation, our News Talk with Mac Nierendorn, owner of Go4Games, go4gamesnola.com. This is the Week of Geek on News Talk 99.5 WR News. Hey, Louisiana sports fans, heads up. Right now, lawmakers in Baton Rouge are running a trick play. They're trying to push through a tax hike that hits sports fans and local businesses. That's right, they want to make sports betting more expensive for you and your fellow sports fans. So time out. Tell your representatives no to a tax hike on Louisiana sports fans. Visit betonla.org. Paid for by the Sports Betting Alliance.
Gumbo Nation, you did it again. Thank you. 10 plus years on air, Mortgage Gumbo Dadcam has grown because of your trust in me as your local preferred lender with all your home loan needs. My recent recognition as a national top lender is awesome, but being your local lender is what matters to me and why I'm so thankful. I promise to continue to earn your trust in making your needs my priority. Visit MortgageGumbo.com.
Hey, Louisiana, how are you stopping litter?
In Terrebonne Parish, we put our trash in a bag and never out the car window.
In Bienville, we bag it, tie it, and put a lid on it.
We keep litter out of our lakes in Lafayette.
And in Calcasieu Parish, we keep our roads clean by clearing out our truck beds and securing our loads.
We need every person in every parish to stop littering and keep Louisiana beautiful. For more litter prevention tips, visit letlouisianashine.org.
Sponsored by Louisiana Lieutenant Governor's Office and Keep Louisiana Beautiful.
If you've been listening to Winning at Life for a while now, you probably already know that estate planning is more than just a will. You may need a trust. You definitely need both of your powers of attorney. So what's your plan? Hi, I'm Wes Blanchard, an estate planning attorney, offices in Metairie. Listen, don't leave your loved ones in a bind. Call me and we'll make you a plan or update your existing plan. Find me at wjblanchardlaw.com.
Make WRNO your #1 preset on our free iHeartRadio app, powered by Dudley DeBosier, official injury lawyers of the New Orleans Saints. Call 444-4444.
That's 444-4444.
Non-attorney spokesperson Chad Dudley, New Orleans. Welcome back to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Don't forget you can listen to previous episodes on the iHeartRadio app at The Week in Geek Radio Show. Here's D Squared.
Welcome back in to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
Scungy
and
Mac. Hello there.
Mac Nierendorn, owner of Go4 Games on West Napoleon and Transcontinental. Go see him often. Give him your money. Yeah, you don't have to buy anything.
Money.
Just walk in, give him some money, and walk out.
Yeah.
He'll appreciate that as well. Now, I want somebody to walk in. Carlton, I'm looking at you. Just walk in, hand Mac $5, and then turn around and walk out the door.
Yes.
That's what I need to have happen.
Yes.
Support your local gaming shop, which is Mac, and just walk in, give Mac $5, and get the hell out. All right, so Scungy, let's continue the conversation about like online the backering.
The backering, yeah. So like I was saying that a lot of these companies they still stay on the platform when they don't. And during the break we had mentioned Scythe. Mm-hmm. Which is probably one of the most popular Kickstarted by Stonemaier Games. Now, they kickstarted that one, and then they left the crowdfunding market and went to pre-orders. Mm-hmm. And why? I mean, you could still pre-order games and make them, so why stay on the crowdfunding?
I mean, honestly, it's a business decision. There's no risk. Like, if you're a publisher and you want to put out a product, good or bad, if people pay you up front for it, if it doesn't work, you didn't lose anything.
Right.
And I mean, for business, that is the safest choice for them. What? And I don't blame them.
No, there was an RPG that I remember reading the guy's foreword in the book, and he goes, "Yeah, I had this harebrained idea driving through the middle of Texas where there's nothing going on, and he goes, I had this great idea for an RPG." And he goes, "But I had no idea if anybody would want to even look at this, much less buy it." Mm-hmm. And so I made a proof of concept, put it on Backrit. Next thing I know, I've got like $7,000, and next thing I know, I'm publishing.
Well, see, that I agree with because that's a small publisher. I don't. When you have like Renegade Studios, they don't need to be on Kickstarter.
That's debatable. I mean, does Barnes and Noble?
They're selling it, but like we had talked also a little about retail pledges. So,
and I honestly think that is the best way for any of these publishers to really prolong the life of their game, right? So if, like we were talking earlier, if you guys back this game and you only play it between you two and no one ever sees it, as a shop, why would I ever want to bring that product in? It does me no good. Right. You guys already bought it, so now I'm sitting on it. But if the companies do a retail backer level where, hey, instead you guys back it through your local game shop, that incentivizes the retailers to carry that product. And then on top of that, you guys save on shipping because they ship to one location instead of multiple locations. It helps the company, it helps the retailers, and it helps the game have a prolonged life.
Isn't that kind of like how Days of Wonder sort of did it though, like with Battle of Hoth? Because like, man, dude, these SOBs, like I couldn't even find where to buy it from their site. They didn't even say you could buy it. They didn't even say, hey, it's coming out on Tuesday. I saw it on Twitter, and that's when I called you at the shop. I'm like, holy crap, today's the day.
I mean, some companies don't, like Asmodee, only certain titles do they do anything on Kickstarter. Renegade, only certain titles. Most these bigger companies still, they do produce like normal.
Yeah. Like there's a bunch of their books that they put out.
I say Asmodee, but what I was really meaning was CMON because they're part of that umbrella. And CMON now has just decided to do a fire sale, and they're selling all of their IPs to different companies. Like Zombicide's no longer by them. Like Cthulhu, Death May Die. All their popular IPs of going to the wind.
Probably somebody in the family died, and then the children are fighting over it, and because children suck, and they're like, I want my cut. That's usually what happens, dude. All right, Look,
So
I do want to
online.
get into this because online stuff. Now, speaking of online and purchasing stuff online, you were saying not saving on shipping. So you've got some kind of breaking news here, pal?
Yeah, actually, I got contacted by T, who is the sales representative for North American sales at Hachette Board Games. They do popular titles like Scorpion Masquerades, Sky Team, Tag Team, the new Witcher
That Sky
Gwent
Team's a great
card game, which is fantastic. They do the Micro Macro Murder mysteries, all that stuff.
Everybody needs to play that game, but just frame it. Don't put it on a table. Your back will kill you.
It's so good, though. It's so good. But yeah, we are going to be one of their very first beta test companies that they're working with to shop online but local. So you'll be able to shop their entire catalog through our Go for Games website and have it mailed to your home. Not only does the company maintain all the stock, so I don't have to have stuff in my store.
Okay.
They maintain all the stock, but they ship it to you. The store gets paid for it. You get product directly from the company, really super nice. They get their end. It's awesome. It's really cool all around, and this is the first time a major publisher is doing something like this. So we're really excited to be a part of it. Yeah.
All right, well, I like that. All right, so basically, when is that going to be kicking off?
So we should be able to get our URL and all of our tags for everything this week, and then we'll probably be implementing it after the Avatar pre-release this Friday.
Oh, there you go. All right, so what? We only got about 4 minutes left. Scungy, were you about to add something? Or
So
what?
no, I just about like the FLGS, as anybody knows, is your friendly local gaming store. So you actually wanted to say about the public gaming, about games going on in the area.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
there's a vampire game, you told me?
There is a vampire game. There's a vampire LARP at UNO.
Yes.
And it's run by whom?
David Teagle.
David
I'm
Teagle?
going to punch him. He never let me know this.
Probably because he doesn't want you there.
Probably. You're not wrong.
Just put it out there. But Mac, there's a lot of other gaming stuff going on, and I know Go For Games is kind of front and center at that, moving and shaking stuff, like, you know, and out in Harahan, and then the Bulldog, and I don't know if y'all are still doing the Bulldog, but I mean, it's been all over. You've been, you know, like I've just seen you pop up randomly in the community, just like Superman, and then he just Count Macula flies off into the sunset.
So we there's a couple of games. Of course, the vampire game at UNO, really fantastic. It's once a month. Real interesting stuff. That's a lot of fun. They have the Wandering Goat once a month. They do
that's in
Blood
Harahan,
on the
right?
Clock Tower. That is in Harahan. Yeah. It's a great little coffee shop. They do house-made gelato. They do some really great baked goods. Dale is the owner. Fantastic dude. Super fun. Definitely go check them out.
Blood on the Clock Tower is basically a ramped up werewolf.
Oh, okay. All right.
So where you have a whole bunch of villagers and you're accusing people and they have different abilities, and we're going to kill that person tonight.
Nice. What about Dark Quarter? You played that at the shop though, right? For like Halloween or whatever.
Oh yeah. So that is some of the cool stuff that's coming out in the industry. So Lucky Duck Games does a whole host of what's called hybrid board games. Okay. Hybrid board games are something where you use a computer or a tablet or your phone, and it runs the game while you're playing a board game. And you can use elements like scanning QR codes. You can hear voiceover actors reading different parts of the game. And the Dark Quarter is set here in 1980s dark New Orleans.
Nice. And, the goth movement is in full swing.
It's so
hanging out at the dungeon on Toulouse.
Good.
Yeah. So I opened up the map and I was like, wait a minute, that's my street.
And it's actually really legit. Like, they really did their research, even down to the coffin girls.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And it's very interesting. So I highly recommend check that out. Another one that I can't speak enough about is the Teberu game system. This is out of Italy. Okay. It is also a semi-hybrid board game. They do AI plus the interactive board where it uses electronics and chips to be able to determine where your game pieces are.
Ooh.
And then it will activate in the app or your tablet, and then it will run the game from that. So from that Bluetooth board, it'll be able to tell the tablet that's running the game what you're doing, and then it reacts to you. So like they have one is called the Bad Karmas. It's a boss battle where you have to fight some big boss. The bosses keep learning every time you play. It learns the tactics that you use. So the next boss that you play, it knows that, oh, well, Dave likes to shoot from far away. Well, then I need to get close. It's really good.
I, for one, welcome our AI overlords.
Hey, so hour 1 is officially in the books. Hour 2 is coming up. Mac, you got anywhere to go? Want to hang out?
Unfortunately, I do. I have to go.
All right, well,
I'm so sorry.
don't forget, the last Sunday of the month, we got your Members Day.
Yes, please come by and see us. It's a great time. We get some food sponsored by the Wandering Goat, and we give tons and tons of events and discounts to people. All
right, so I need to order X-Crawl Classics from Goodman Games.
Gotcha.
You can order that for me?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, there we go. That's how easy it is, folks. GoForGamesNOLA.com. Mac, thank you for your time today, brother.
Thank you for having me, guys.
All right, guys, we'll be back for hour 2. This is The Week in Geek with D Squared on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
WRNO FM, New Orleans, #1 on your presets, in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Could come at any time. I'm Daria Albinger, Fox News. The Senate is on recess until 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Members have been working all day. They are set to be preparing to take a cloture or test vote to end the government shutdown. That is not confirmed, but that is what we believe they are doing. Won't be a simple up or down vote, though. Republicans will need at least 60 yes votes.
If they break a filibuster, then the Senate eventually has the votes to reopen the government. Republicans are bullish that they can bring over 8 to 10 Democrats to end the filibuster. The shutdown is hammering federal workers in Northern Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C. Now, Fox is told that could be a signal for Democratic Virginia Senators Tim Kaine and Mark Warner. Democrats did not score a concrete plan to offset the rising cost of health care. That infuriates some liberals. This could stoke the flames between Democratic moderates and progressives.
That's Fox's Chad Pergram. The shutdown is in its 40th day. It's the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. In the meantime, the shutdown continues to cause all kinds of problems, especially at the nation's airports, where over 2,500 flights were delayed or canceled.
Those flight reductions are going to increase throughout the week, up to 10% on Friday. And Transportation Secretary Duffy says it could reach 20%, meaning 1 out of every 5 flights would be canceled if the government shutdown persists. But the Trump administration is getting creative, or at least trying to get creative, to minimize the disruption to travelers as people are flying leading up to Thanksgiving. And one of the ways that they're considering doing that, the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, has offered to tap into the U.S. military reserves for emergency air traffic controllers.
Fox's Nate Foy at New York's LaGuardia Airport. America's listening to Fox News.
Wishing the holidays could come early? If you own or manage your business, they can. With help from iHeartRadio. People are already shopping for their loved ones and hunting for deals wherever they can find them, including right here. They're listening to the radio. They're listening to podcasts. They could be listening to you. Don't wait for everyone else to kick off the holidays. Get your best season of the year up and running today. Call 844-844-iHeart or visit iHeartAdvertising.com.
From NBA champion Stephen Curry comes Shot Ready, a powerful, never-before-seen look at the mindset that changed the game.
I fell in love with the grind. You have to find joy in the work you do when no one else is around. Success is not an accident. I'm passing the ball to you. Let's go.
Steph Curry redefined basketball. Now he's rewriting what it means to succeed. Order your copy of the New York Times bestseller, Shot Ready, today at StephenCurryBook.com.
Ugh, we're gonna be so late for the concert. We should be there by now.
Just need to make a little detour and stop for gas real quick. I know a cheap place down the road.
Are you serious? We're gonna miss the show because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is great. It's a free app that gets you cash back when you buy gas.
Wait, you mean I can get money back just for buying gas? Really?
Yep, and it really works. I've actually made around $200 this year already. Now pull over so you can download Upside before we miss the concert.
Pulling over. You had me at $200.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back when you buy gas. Use promo code RING to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank or as a gift card. Download Upside and use promo code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RING for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Use promo code RING. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
JTV, Jewelry Television. With 80,000 jewelry looks, we're kind of a big deal. Even bigger with new lines of designer handbags, fragrances, and more. And biggest of all, because you could win a 7-night stay in Bali, spending money and thousands worth of JTV jewelry, making you kind of a big deal. Enter by December 7th at jtv.com/sweepstakes. No purchase necessary. Then watch JTV on TV or shop jtv.com for big holiday deals.
The free iHeartRadio app, giving you direct access to leave a message for Santa.
Hello, Santa. Hello, Santa. Hello, Santa Claus.
While you listen to North Pole Radio on the app, press the red talkback mic to record a message to Santa. It can be a question, song request, or to even just remind him why you should be on the nice list.
The nice list, right?
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Just open up the free iHeartRadio app and search North Pole Radio and make it a preset now.
Love you, Santa.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here's D. Squared.
Greetings, people of Earth. This is The Week in Geek, Hour 2. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
Scungy.
And Mac has left the building. Mac has left the building. He's got a lot of stuff to do.
You know, he's a busy man. He does
man.
a lot of stuff at that shop. And
He
if
does.
you have not gone, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your hang
And he's
up
a good
is.
boy who takes care of his mother, too.
Yeah, he is.
So, like, I probably should have said that on the air, but it's okay. I think he's fine with that.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's
Yeah,
good
he's a
people.
really,
Go support
really
him.
good dude.
Walk into Go 4 Games, give him $5,
$5
and then just turn
walk
around
out.
and walk out. That's all we ask you to do. Give Mac $5, say, hey, woo, and then leave. All right, so in this hour, I'm going to try to have the John Slattery and James Vanderbilt interview. And we need to talk about St. Tammany Collectors Con.
Yes, we do.
Which I had interviewed Ben Robert for, and then I left it on my desktop at home because why would I bring an important interview?
Why would everything go right?
Oh my God, dude! Like everything is going wrong here.
Yeah.
Like Sound Plus wanted to just be like, "Are you still using me?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm still." It's like Netflix. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Stop asking me. I'm still here. I have no life.
So if anybody's watching on the Facebook
Jesus.
feed, you'll see that during the break, Dave yelling and screaming and flipping off the computer screens. That just means that he's having a wonderful time with the technology today.
Anybody commenting on there? Because we are streaming live on the Week in
we
Geek
are.
Facebook page, the Week in Geek Radio Show. And follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio and the Instagrams. And of course, we are streaming live on Twitch at Twig_radio and on YouTube, the @ at Twig Radio, because it used to be the Week in Geek Radio Show, but apparently they don't like it when you play other people's music. They get all pissy pants about it. I don't know why. I don't know why.
People get their pants.
All
in a
right, but
bunch.
you know what? First, let's just go ahead and do this.
Resistance.
Not that. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your top nerd news stories. I did it so matter-of-factly. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. And poo. All right, so first things first, Stranger Things, Tales from 1985. Now, normally you could watch along the trailer, but here I'm just going to go ahead and.
When we started talking about, was there anything else we want to do with Stranger Things?
This is the Duffer Brothers talking.
Yes.
All right, you know what? Let me preface this real quick because I didn't ask for this, and I think this was just. I'm going to start it over again because they said this is one of the first things that we had in mind. I think this was kind of like their original maybe pitch or float idea where it was like, hey, let's make like a really kid-friendly thing and make it, kind of spooky, but for kids, for kids. And then they hit on something else. They hit the zeitgeist of America unknowingly, and it exploded. This one, I'm not too sure if I'm all that interested in it because it's in essence going to be a Stranger Things cartoon series, Tales from '85. So here's the Duffer Brothers.
When we started talking about, was there anything else we want to do with Stranger Things? This was one of our first ideas.
The idea was kind of to evoke a feeling of an 80s cartoon.
With animation, there's really no limits. Eric and his team can just go wild.
And they have.
And they have.
Okay, now you can watch it streaming live.
Not really.
What we've been able to capture is the magic of Hawkins in a new way. So our story takes place between seasons 2 and 3, but we soon learn that nothing is quite as they thought it was.
So set between season 2 and 3.
Yes.
So get your flashlight, get your backpack.
All right. It's between seasons 2 and 3. It's there, you butthead. Look,
so
it's right there.
Okay, now it is. All
yeah,
right.
because you're like 3 minutes ahead. Jesus
right.
God, you're like you're worse than an old. You're like an old woman.
Get off my lawn.
You're like an old woman, Scungy.
So this is set before them all.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, before the Battle of Hawkins.
Yes.
So all right, but yeah, it smacks of 18.
What we've been able to capture is the magic of Hawkins in a new way. So our story takes place between seasons 2 and 3, but we soon learn that nothing is quite as they thought it was.
A new monster?
So get your flashlight, get your backpack, because it's going to be amazing.
Tales from '85, only on Netflix, coming 2026. Well, now at least they still look like kids.
Yes, they do. They don't.
I wonder if that's what they thought about. They were like, "Man, these kids are so old now. Maybe we should just make a cartoon instead of just make a cartoon instead of a fifth season."
I don't know if you like. So on my feed the last couple of days, it's been showing a bunch of the red carpet from season 5.
Oh, yeah.
And they're sitting there and they're talking to Millie Bobby Brown and like, oh, she's playing 11. She's playing this teenager. Like, so you just had a kid. How's it feel to be a mother? And it's like, oh my God, what?
Well, I mean, she is,
you know. It's like, good Lord, man.
Well, what else are they going to ask her?
I know, but it's like you sit there and they're still playing kids. They're still playing teenagers, like not even like 18 years old.
Are you clutching your pearls right now?
I am.
Is that what's happening?
I am clutching my pearls.
I mean, the girl is like 25 now. I mean, my God, it's not like she's. Oh my God, she's playing what, a 16-year-old now, maybe?
Probably
whatever.
50. I thought she was 50. I don't know.
Okay, well, she's
I
clearly
don't know.
not.
The show started 10 years ago.
Why are you so offended that they asked her about that? Dear
It just makes you feel old is all I'm saying.
Oh, no, you're like, oh, why would they ask her that? How rude. How rude of
It's
them
not
to
about
ask her
rude.
that.
I'm just saying it's making me feel old.
That's what it sounded like. You're all like, oh, I can't believe you would ask her
Speaking
that.
of really old.
Speaking of really old, George Washington, his teeth were made of wool.
No, they weren't.
They're made of wool.
No. They were made of actual human teeth.
No, they were made of actual human teeth and donkey teeth. Donkey teeth. Yes, his molars were donkey teeth. But his teeth were made of wool.
Wool.
I win. All right, so a new movie coming out just in time for our 250th anniversary of America. George Washington. Scungy, do you know anything about George Washington?
Yeah, he was the first president of the country.
Did you know he was a crappy general and basically almost got drummed out of the British military?
I heard that, yes.
Yeah. He did not have a stellar career. No. And that's kind of why, America's like, who we got? We got this George Washington guy. He kind of sucks, though, but whatever. I mean, we had slim pickings. And it just turned out that he was the greatest man we ever met and was able to put down the mantle of authority after 2 years going, no, we should have fair and equitable elections. I mean, he was the right man for the right time.
Exactly.
But he really was a crappy general, but apparently he had a really cool, backstory. So here, let's take a look at this new movie, Young Washington. It's got Andy Serkis in it.
What happened, Washington? All those
And
bullet
Ben
holes in
Kingsley.
your jacket.
All right,
It's the Mandarin.
I'm so done with Ben Kingsley. Dude, he is worse than Nick Cage. If there's a paycheck, this SOB will take the job. Ben Kingsley does not equal gravitas anymore. It used to mean something.
It's like
An
that's
Academy
Gandhi.
Award winner, Sir Ben King. Now he's like, here's Sir Ben Kingsley, basically William Shatner. You got $1, I'll show up for your flick. Got $2, I'll come open up a Best Buy or a Walmart. I'm your Huckleberry. Ben Kingsley does not have the clout he used to have. It's all I'm saying. You know what else I'm saying? We got to take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue this portion of why Ben Kingsley is a sellout, and it doesn't bring the I don't know, the je ne sais quoi.
The je ne sais.
The je ne sais quoi. All right, je ne sais
Do you
quoi.
even
This
know what
is
that
the week-
means?
Je ne sais pas. I don't know. Shut up. This is the Week in Geek with D-Squared on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Time for some positive visualization. Picture this. Your wallet stuffed to the brim with big, beautiful bills. $1,000 could be yours. Keep listening for your next chance to win. When you hear the keyword, enter it at WRNO.com. Listen every hour between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. weekdays for your chance to win on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Has it been 6 months since your last dental cleaning? A year? Maybe longer? Life moves fast. It can be hard to keep up with everything. That's why Lotus Dental makes it easy to get back on track with easy-to-set appointments, a comfortable environment, and support every step of the way. No matter if it's your first visit or you've been a long-time patient, it'll feel good to scratch that cleaning off the list. With Lotus Dental, there's no stress and no hassle. Just a friendly team that's focused on helping you feel your best. So whether it's been 6 months or 6 years, you're in good hands. It's time to get it done and feel good about doing it. Lotus Dental, your care on your terms. Visit Lotus Dental to schedule your appointment at one of our locations on the North Shore or South Shore at mylotusdental.com. mylotusdental.com.
Your financial future is important. That's why Wealth Builders is here to help. We provide listeners with the latest financial news and trends, as well as expert advice on how to make the most of your money. Tune in every Sunday at 11 a.m. on News Talk 99.5.
Here's some things you probably don't know about Dudley DeBosier. My favorite way to relax is sitting down with a good book.
Me? I have 4 kids. I haven't relaxed in 20 years.
But despite our differences, there's one important thing we have in common.
We're lawyers who love helping people.
Chad Dudley, New Orleans. LA 2417010.
We are the soldiers of the Louisiana Army National Guard. We are your neighbors. We are your sons and daughters. While we serve part-time, we are learning valuable life and job skills. We are earning money for college, for trade and technical schools, and for certifications. We are proud to serve both our country and our home state. We are your Louisiana Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Louisiana Army National Guard. Aired by the Louisiana Association of Broadcasters and this station.
3 powerful, simple words. Love lives on. They're the foundation on which TAPS was built. They sit with us on the dark days. TAPS is America's organization caring for the families of America's fallen heroes. And TAPS and the Good Feet store have partnered to turn compassion into action and honor those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for freedom. For more information, visit taps.org and goodfeet.com.
Hey, this is Jason Douglas. Actually, this is Beerus the Destroyer, and you're listening to The Weekend Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Welcome back in to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared, along with
Scungy.
All right, now back to Ben Kingsley, who makes Nick Cage look choosy by comparison. He is in the new movie, Young Washington. Got nothing to do with young Sheldon.
Sheldon, I was thinking the same thing.
When I first saw that too, I'm just like, man, that's unfortunate. But I mean, it's
such a bad name.
But it's sort of kind of cool because it's Young Washington, But I don't know.
They made a movie called Young Einstein too. Look how well that went.
Oh, they made Young Frankenstein.
See that, and it was a comedy.
So maybe this the younger Washington, or what about Ye Old Washington? Maybe that's what they should have called it, or Ye Young. I'm not sure. All right, so when we left off, he was meeting Ben Kingsley.
We left our Intrepid Adventurers.
Wait, let me turn now.
How are you alive? I don't know.
All right, so Angel and Wonder Products, do you know who they are?
No.
All right, so they've done a lot of religious stuff, but it's also they're kind of the they're the ones that had this one. I can't remember what the movie was, but they did basically crowdfunding or. You could buy tickets for people at like a discount price. Like they convinced people to go to their website and buy like 15 tickets and then just give them out to people. And so it was kind of like give me $1 sort of scenario. And everybody gave them $1 or bought 10 tickets. They might not have gone and seen it, but the movie made money. And it made an obscene amount of money. And so at the end of the trailer, they're like, let's make this happen again. And, you go to this website, yada, yada, yada. So that's who these people are, just FYI.
Okay.
Well, they also made the one with Sam J. Jones where he plays a grandpa, but it was a kind of lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
Jesus will save you kind of thing.
You have no military service.
No, I do not. Si, monsieur.
You are a boy. You are not British, yet they send you to speak for them. So that when you fail, they'll have someone to blame.
That's not British. Well, I forgot he was a surveyor.
You lost in the new world.
Who does own this land? If not the one who has the will to tame it. You do not want to start a war.
Yeah, we do. We're America. That's what we do. Hold our beer.
Fight!
We fight. Hold my beer. We're going to fight. Oh, Kelsey Grammer. What? Andy Serkis. And, Ben Kingsley again.
Hold your ground!
Witness
There is no retreat!
His rebellion.
What are you called?
Young Washington.
Those will call me Tim.
My name is George Washington.
Young Washington.
Help us make this the #1 movie on America's 250th. Pre-order
Tickets and all that stuff.
So they're trying to make. I mean, when you look at other than what we just discussed about Ben Kingsley, that's actually a good cast. Why did they need to fund this movie?
Because they need to make money. I mean, I'm sure Ben Kingsley needs to eat, right? I mean, so, well, no. I mean, so look, it's not a major. It's not Warner Brothers. It's not MGM. It's not it's not a big movie production company. They're smaller, not like A24 small, but I mean, so they make niche movies, I guess is the best sort of way to put it. They make movies for a certain demographic of the country. And so like flyover states, for example, is basically the nicest way to put it. But some of the stuff is really cool. Like I want to watch the movie. I mean, I'm a big fan of like the Revolutionary War. You don't see a whole lot of, I mean, to this day, it still boggles my brain that for the Civil War, our guys are marching up in box formations and basically slaughtering each other for like 40 feet away. I'm like, did nobody think, hey, this sucks. Maybe we should hide behind those rocks and shoot at them? I mean, no, not once did anyone think, hey, this is a stupid way to wage war.
Oh, look,
like this is dumb.
Look, the enemy army is on top of a hill looking down on us. Let's walk straight at him.
Let's walk at them. Yeah, not run, not dick, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge again. No, let's walk slowly. No, I mean, for God's sakes, you got a one-shot rifle, and it takes you like 5 hours to reload. No. Like, I'm just at that point, just give me a knife and a club, and just like, if I get shot, I get shot. Just run at him, whatever. I mean, I think the Native Americans had it right. Just close the distance. Close the distance, and then tomahawk him right in the face. But all right, so yeah, I don't know how I
don't know
there from Ben Kingsley being a whore.
The movie looks intriguing. I'll give it that much. But I honestly think since Hamilton became so popular, we're actually getting more and more stuff about the American Revolution. There are more shows about it. There are more, because then you had like Franklin, the one with Michael Douglas that was on Apple TV or whatnot.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
So it's Michael Douglas plays Benjamin Franklin when he went to France to go lobby France to help us.
You mean to go sleep with French hooas?
Oh, exactly. And that's what's in the show.
Franklin was a slut.
He really was.
Oh my God, he was just he would sleep with anything with a pulse, and the pulse was optional.
And they Jefferson got there and he's like, hey, so have you got to, dude, I just been partying with these chicks. That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
And John Madison went over there later and he's just like, really, Franklin? And he's like, yeah, you got to speak the language of the people. That's not language. You're not speaking. Grunting is not considered speech. All right. So look, Top Nerd News continued. GTA 6 is delayed again until November of 2026. So it kicked it back a year. Now, you know how I know this is becoming mainstream big news is because our friends over at Fox 8 actually tweeted it out. That's how I found out about it. I didn't have my pulse on GTA at the moment because they said it was coming out, and then they said it wasn't, and then they said it was, and then they said it wasn't. So is this like you put your right foot in? How many times did they put their right foot in and put their right foot out?
So they've only announced it once, the date. But here's the question I ponder: is Rockstar Games in 2012 came out with the game GTA 5.
Wow.
They used to come out with a game every year until they came out with GTA 5. And then they found out, oh, well, with the heist and everything, GTA Online, all we need to do is just keep updating this, and then we don't have to do a damn thing. So they made one game between the current year we're in and the year GTA 5 came out, and that was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
So you're telling me in 15 years almost, you couldn't make a game. One game.
Well, yeah, because you've got to have all these people that have to do all the coding. You have to have the artists. You got to do the rendering. And then you have to pay people to go talk about the game. Then you got to get influencers to play the game, and I mean that's a lot of stuff, right? Yeah. No.
The time between Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5, which 4 people still say 4 might be one of the best ones. All right, was 3 years.
3 years.
3 to 4 years of difference between those two coming out. 2012, 2025, 13 years.
That's a long time. So,
yes, that is longer than a console cycle. 2 console cycles.
So are you saying that they don't know what they're doing? I'm not sure what you're saying here. Are you saying that they should not put it out?
I'm tired of Rockstar and this.
I'm
so tired of them with this model of we're gonna drag it out and the game's not ready yet. The game is probably ready, and they're just sitting there. What else are you gonna do? You've had 13 years since the last one. You should have had enough time.
Yeah, I guess.
To see, it's not like you didn't have the money because you have the license to print your own money with shark cards because people were paying hundreds of dollars to get fake currency in this game so they can buy a house. All you had to do was press a button on a keyboard to make that house happen.
Well, yeah.
All
Okay.
right. So you're telling me they had the funding, they had the manpower, they had everything. They're just trying to, we're gonna push it back a year because we're not ready yet and everything. I'm so tired of this.
Well, isn't it also because they stopped paying people too? I mean, like all the amount of programmers and stuff that were either laid off because there's a lot of work that goes into it, and then they shorten the cycle, and then they give like 4 dudes a month to come out with a new game, and then you get ET for Atari.
Yeah. No, that was one dude.
Okay.
But it's I guess the thing that's also getting me so tired of it is that we're going to announce this game, and it's going to be groundbreaking, and we've announced it, and like, you know what? We're announcing the date. Stop announcing the dates. Just say that the game is going to come out when it comes out, and you won't have any of these problems.
That doesn't sound nearly as good as
Blizzard.
Hey, it's coming out.
Blizzard did this when Diablo 3 was coming out. They're like, everybody's waiting for Diablo 3. They were waiting years, and they did this marketing thing. They're like, all right, well, let's look. It says it's release date. Let's look through this. And they pulled out a sheet of paper, and it simply said, it'll be ready when it's ready. And I'm like, I respect that wholeheartedly. So you know what? I'm done with.
I think it only works once. Like it, because then if everybody does it, then it's just like, all right, man, I get it. It was funny the first time. Just tell me when the damn game's coming out, because that's what everybody wants to know, when the game's coming out. Because
just say it's coming soon. That's all you got to say.
Coming soon to a console near you.
Don't release the game until you're 95%. Don't announce the game release until you're like 95%.
Okay, that's the plan. That's what we'll do next time. All right.
We'll do that.
We'll do that. All right. So when we come back, we've got John Slattery and James Vanderbilt to talk about the new movie Nuremberg, which is out now in theaters. And I don't have a name for it yet, Scungy, because I feel like Nuremberg and Predator Badlands is going to be like the new Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers. You know what? What? Perberg?
Predaberg?
Predaberg?
Nuremberg?
Predaberg sounds like where all the predators go.
It
but
really
like
does.
not
like
the
a
predators
town.
from the cool movie. It's the Predatorberg where everybody's got to mail out stuff that lets you know that they moved into your neighborhood. Hard pass on Predatorberg. Predatorberg is out, Scungy. Predatorberg is out. This is the Weekend Geek, not on Predatorberg, but on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code OIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
NBC News focuses on the facts, looking deeper and listening wider. It's clear reporting, free from opinion. Facts, clarity, calm. NBC News. Reporting for America.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy, that's right, you're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
From NBA champion Stephen Curry comes Shot Ready, a powerful, never-before-seen look at the mindset that changed the game.
I fell in love with the grind. You have to find joy in the work you do when no one else is around. Success is not an accident. I'm passing the ball to you. Let's go.
Steph Curry redefined basketball. Now he's rewriting what it means to succeed. Order your copy of the New York Times bestseller Shot Ready today at stephencurrybook.com.
Ever wonder why your money isn't growing, even when you've got a financial advisor?
And trust us, we've been in this game long enough to know it's not you, it's the system.
For decades, the financial industry has pushed products, annuities, mutual funds, insurance deals without explaining how they really work or who they really benefit.
And spoiler alert, it's usually not you.
We've seen too many people stuck with high fees, empty promises, and advice designed to sell, not serve.
That's why we started the Real Money Pros. No commissions, no sales pitches, just real talk from fiduciaries who put your interests first.
We break it down, cut through the noise, and give you the tools to actually take control of your money.
If you're done feeling left in the dark, join us each week on The Real Money Pros and start learning what the industry hopes you never find out.
Check us out online at therealmoneypros.com for show archives, podcasts, and more. That's therealmoneypros.com. Catch us Saturday mornings at 6 on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
The free iHeartRadio app. Pure audio awesomeness.
The most live radio stations and the most podcasts.
And you can access them instantly by making them a preset.
And it's all 100% free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
Welcome back to The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. Like them on Facebook at The Week in Geek Radio Show. Here's D Squared.
Welcome back into The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared. Let's go to the guest line. It's like a dude's weekend at the box office. You got Predator and Nuremberg, and to talk about it, one of the stars, John Slattery from Mad Men, and the director, John Vanderbilt, join us. John, how y'all doing today, guys?
Great. Glad to be here.
Dude, all right, I am psyched. And so, look, I'm going to take some liberty with what the audience already knows. I'm going to assume that they already know what the hell Nuremberg is. So, John, look, the realism and what you based this movie on the book. Talk about that with Nuremberg, man.
Well, I mean, if the audience is like me, they know a little about Nuremberg from what they learned in high school. This is a group of people who were assigned the difficult task of putting the Nazi prisoners of war on trial for crimes against humanity, which was coined for the trial. It was the first of its kind, first international tribunal, first time the film of the liberation of some of the camps was used as evidence in the film. But again, it's not a history lesson. It wasn't designed as a history lesson. It's a thrilling piece of cinema that James Vanderbilt wrote and directed the hell out of.
Why do I keep saying John? I suck at this job, dude. So
you're doing great.
I'm going. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Well, look, one of the things that I read was that when y'all were doing the trial and you had the extras in there, that you actually showed some of the actual camp footage of that to sort of kind of, like really just kind of punch you in the gut and let them see what it was.
Yeah, no, it was really important to me that that we showed during the trial. They in reality they showed footage from the camps, and it was important to me that we showed the same footage. We didn't go out and shoot anything. We didn't know, we used the footage from 80 years ago, and we built the courtroom to scale, so it's exactly the same size as the real courtroom in Nuremberg, which is still a working courtroom, and I on the day set up 4 cameras. I went in with 300 extras, and I went out and I sort of said, here's what we're going to be doing today, and here's what you're going to be seeing, and it's going to be tough, but it's important for the film, and it's important to honor, the memories of people who lost their lives. We had a moment of silence. And then we rolled the film and didn't blue screen it, really showed it to everybody. And our incredible cast, John among them, too. When I cast them, I sort of said, listen, do me a favor. I know you love to research, but don't go look for this footage, even though it's out there, because I want you to experience it fresh on the day. And they did. And what you see in the courtroom and with our amazing actors is their reaction to seeing that footage. Obviously, they're great actors, so I don't want to say no acting was required, but those images are as powerful now as I think they were 80 years ago.
Now, John, you played Colonel Burton Andrews in this, pretty much the commandant of the camp. I know you had to do a little research and read the book that he wrote, but you also you went on site and went and saw a couple of the camps as well, right?
I did. I'd seen one years ago, and then when I had a break in filming, I went to another. Just because, I mean, it's a strange thing to recommend, but I mean, I think it's something that people should see, just so that we don't forget that it happened. But for the purposes of the film, I went because obviously they had a different perspective than I have. I wasn't there, and I don't have any personal experience with what went on. So I just tried to gain some, and so that I could that some way it would come out somewhere in the depiction of the character.
Now, one of the things is that when I was reading about your character in particular was that he was really a stickler, and that it was kind of a cat and mouse sort of game with him and Goering, and that like basically you had to sleep with their hands above the blankets and all that stuff. Is that something that comes through in there?
Well, yeah, he says there's a part of the film where I say you'll have no shoelaces, no belts, no, chairs will be taken out of the room at the end of the day. The desks are made of cardboard, so they couldn't use them to stand on to wrap anything around. They take away any possibility of them taking their own lives, because Hitler had done it, Goebbels had done it, Himmler had done it, and they were trying to keep his job was to keep these men alive so that they could stand trial. Yeah.
Okay, but James, look, I know 7 minutes isn't enough time. Darius Wolski, talk about his cinematography with this movie, because just in the trailer alone, it looks friggin' fantastic, dude.
Thank you so much. I mean, Darius is a genius, and I mean, he's a living legend. He, when I met him, he's done like 9 Ridley Scott movies, 2 Tony Scott movies. When I met him, I said, "Didn't you shoot Pirates of the Caribbean?" And he went, "Just the first 4." So he's a genius, and what he brought to this, and it was very important for us to photograph this as a modern film. So it's not a movie that feels like it was made in 1945. It's a movie that feels like it was made today, but also something that's classical and timeless. We didn't want the camera to get in the way of these performances. We wanted it to be able to enhance them. And so, he just, I mean, it's a cliche, but the man paints with light. And, what a great gift as a director to have someone like that by your side.
And you talked about the actual the courtrooms and like some of the lights in there, that they actually gave some of the people in the courtroom at the time sunglasses, right?
They did, and we showed it in the film too. The lights were because the courtroom had been bombed out during the Nazis' last stand in Nuremberg. So it was rebuilt specifically for the trial, and it was wired for sound so it could be recorded. Those lights were bright enough so that film cameras could get the proper exposure, because the whole thing was made to be recorded and preserved. And so it's fascinating because it's sort of the first media trial that ever occurred, but it's also the first trial where film footage was used by the prosecution to convict. So it is really, sort of the first big step into the 20th century and now in the 21st century, and how much media dominates our legal system.
Nuremberg coming out November 7th. And before we go, I know we're out of time, but John Slattery, look, real quick, what do you want people to take away from this movie?
I think it's a chance to learn something about an event in history that actually took place, but it isn't a history lesson. It's not a Wikipedia page. It's a really thrilling film with the best actors around, and James wrote and directed the hell out of it.
Dude, all right, guys, I'm excited about this movie. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see you guys up on the Oscar stage. So congratulations on this film, and wish you the best success moving forward, gentlemen. All right, that was John Slattery and James Hamilton. And, I called him John Hamilton. I was just like, God. I get so excited. I probably shouldn't drink a Monster and coffee before I do these interviews. But, dude, they're at 9 a.m., all right? And so that means I got to wake up at 6 a.m. to beat all the freaking school traffic to get downtown. So then I get here for like 8, and I'm just like, okay, what do I do? And so I chug a Monster, and then I drink some coffee, and then I'm like, welcome back in! No, wait again! Yeah!
But I am extremely excited about this movie.
And so like I really wanted to go see some movies this weekend. Actually, so like I texted my youngest child. I wanted to go see Predator. I'm like, hey, you want to go see Predator? He's like, well, I'm like, bruh. I'm like, I don't want to be the loser going by myself, but I mean, I guess that's my lot in life.
Happen.
I'm just gonna have to go be that one lonely guy. Like, hi y'all, don't judge me. I have no friends. It is what it is. Shame on me. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, that was a little loud.
Yeah, but it was awesome though. It was awesome. All right. So look, and when we come back though, we got to talk about St. Tammany Collectors Con. Ben Robert, I interviewed him yesterday, and then I forgot to, bring the interview with me, or even email it, or upload it to the damn network drive. I just. Whatever. It happens. It is what it is. But Ben Robert will be on Fox 8 next week on Thursday. I think he's going on for like 9:45, 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay. And then Friday, he'll be on NOLA Now with Shelby Latino.
Oh, well, there you go.
I know. So, hey, look, he'll be out there.
You did him a solid anyway.
I did. I did the best I could. But St. Tammany Collectors Con is next weekend, the 15th and the 16th, over at the Castine Center, just right across the causeway. And they started back in the old Quality Hotel or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, it was a small
Hilton
little hotel.
Or whatever it was. Yeah, like Brian was like, I get to MC it. I'm like, Brian, you're just talking loudly in a hotel lobby. Shut up. Like it just stop. But it is such a fun, cheap little con, and they got all kinds of cool stuff. So we'll talk about that on the other side of the break. Let's see. Let's go to break with this. Whoa, I know. Wait. I want you to hear something.
Okay.
Here we go. This is AI generated. I gotta let you know it's AI generated. All right, here we go.
How dare you?
Come on, sing it, AI Dolly. On each other.
Kenny Rogers is going to. You have no shame. You have no shame.
Yeah, baby. Bring it. This is WRNO, the Rock of New Orleans.
Not anymore.
On each other.
God help us. If you're watching at home, you can see he's having the time of his life.
Gumbo Nation, you did it again. Thank you. 10 plus years on air, Mortgage Gumbo Debt Cam has grown because of your trust in me as your local preferred lender with all your home loan needs. My recent recognition as a national top lender is awesome, but being your local lender is what matters to me and why I'm so thankful. I promise to continue to earn your trust in making your needs my priority. Visit MortgageGumbo.com.
Everybody's talking about the big, beautiful bill, and it's game-changing for taxpayers. Hi, this is Kerry Bryson with the Bryson Law Firm. We've read the bill, and if you've been putting off a tax problem, it's time to call the Bryson Law Firm and get it resolved. This new legislation could give you a chance to get things straight with the IRS. Whether it's getting caught up on unfiled returns or negotiating IRS debts, there are a lot of new deductions and opportunities in the big, beautiful bill, and the Bryson Law Firm knows how to use them strategically. We've been staying on top of the tax changes in the big, beautiful bill, and we're ready to help our clients take full advantage. So if you owe back taxes or haven't filed returns in years, it's time to call the Bryson Law Firm and finally resolve your tax issues. Remember, if you have tax problems, you have legal problems. Call the Bryson Law Firm. Our headquarters are in Lafayette, and we have offices statewide. Or visit BrysonLawFirm.com to schedule your free consultation with your local tax resolution law firm. The Bryson Law Firm. LSP filing number LA2519079.
You've probably said it before. I'll schedule that cleaning eventually. And if eventually has turned into months or even years, that's okay. This is your reminder. Your smile is worth a little time. Lotus Dental makes it easy to follow through with easy-to-schedule appointments, a calming office experience, and a team that's here to help you feel welcome, relaxed, and confident. No pressure, no rush, just care that feels simple and surprisingly refreshing. So let's make now the best time to schedule that cleaning. You'll be glad you've checked it off the list. Taking care of your teeth doesn't have to be a hassle. It can feel like something you did just for you. Calming, supportive care, modern approach. A visit you'll feel good about. Lotus Dental. Superior dentistry with a personal touch, with locations on the North Shore and South Shore. Visit mylotusdental.com. mylotusdental.com.
Make WRNO your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app, powered by Dudley DeBosier, official injury lawyers of the New Orleans Saints. Call 444-4444.
That's 444-4444.
Non-attorney spokesperson Chad Dudley, New Orleans.
Hey, this is Jason Douglas. Actually, this is Beerus the Destroyer, and you're listening to The Weekend Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Welcome back into The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now, and some AI music for your ear holes. Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't have the words. AI is getting out of control.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. It's not getting out of control.
Stormtroopers. I stopped
Turn around and look.
I saw their leader. The old man was quick.
This is AI generated.
With his Jedi mind trick. With his Jedi mind trick. Your report's full of holes. You missed all your police goals. But sir, he was slick. With his Jedi mind trick. What did he say? These aren't the droids you're looking for. What did he say? What did he say? Can't trust my eyes anymore.
Right.
What did he say? My decision's gonna make me sick. I was Jedi mind trick.
Yeah. So look, they even got better ones. There's the metal version, and dude, I really want to make a Stormtrooper kit with a jean jacket with all the buttons,
Yes.
and then just it's like Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man, but a Stormtrooper.
He's got.
with,
I saw. He's got metal
studs.
spike in the head.
Dude, and they got some with just mohawks. That's the Stormtrooper I need in my life.
What
the boy band version? I know you love that better.
What
You
is
like the boy
happening?
band. Greatness. AI greatness is what's happening. They want you for the AI Imperial Army.
I mean,
you know what?
Wow.
We'll ask the 501st when they're at St. Tammany Collectors Con next weekend.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So, the St. Tammany Collectors Con is coming up this weekend. I had interviewed Ben Robert, but then I left it. So here's the deal. They've got Sean Gunn coming. Sean Gunn.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. But yeah, Sean Gunn is going to be there at the event. Then we've got, 501st, but also, dude, like they got 3 different costume contests going on. They've got, so like, and if the casting center, they take up the entirety of the Castine Center. Food trucks. I didn't talk about food trucks.
Ooh, food trucks.
Guess how many food trucks they got this year?
How many food trucks?
They have 8 food trucks.
Eight food trucks?
8 food trucks.
That's
8
amazing.
Food trucks. So like Wolf Burgers, but then they got like the little coffee shops like Nerd Coffee. Then not just Sean Gunn, but also Adam Hughes, comic artist Adam Hughes, who's pretty much kind of done everything. I don't think there's anything he hasn't done. And friend of the show, Ming Chen from Comic Book Man.
Oh,
Ming
that's
Chen.
awesome.
And I even told Ben this. It was like, I forgot what crappy convention it was. It was in the Hilton. What's the Riverside? Riverwalk Hilton.
That's the Riverside Hilton.
Riverside? Okay, whatever. The one right there on the damn Mississippi River, but it's by the River Walk.
Yes.
So, it was some, like, they called it the New Orleans Comic Con, but they were, like, from Omaha or whatever, so everybody thought it was some fly-by-night deal, but that was where we got to meet, Steve Bloom. Steve Bloom. Talked to Steve Bloom for an hour. Ming Chen and the other dude, who I don't know what the hell he does anymore, but we got to talk to them for like an hour. Like, we ended up not even airing any of it because we were just sitting there just BSing and cursing and just having a good old time.
Yeah.
Like, none of it was usable for radio. But Yeah, like nobody showed up at that con because they thought it was a scam. But sure enough, yeah, they had Ming and they had Steve Bloom, and we're just like, thanks for not showing up, anybody.
Yeah.
Made our con. But yeah, Ming Chen will be there. But yeah, so like, and this is what's so cool. That's kind of like the interesting draw. So like, if you want to, meet Sean Gunn, I mean, good people. But dude, the stuff. All the stuff they got there. I mean, last year I picked up an old copy of Fortress America. Like, now it was
such a great game.
It was a beaten up, jacked up version because like sometimes people are just kind of like, hey, here's a whole bunch of
it's over
old
40
stuff.
years old too.
Well, yeah, but I wanted it for the trays to put the miniatures in because the new Fortress America, they don't even come with trays. It's like here's a cup.
Yeah.
Throw your stuff in a cup, you scumbag.
Yo, you used to have these nice little foam trays where you could fit all your units.
All of them were in there, and that's why I bought that. I bought it because like the board was like. It had been like water stained. Like it must have been. It must have survived Katrina, but only barely.
Well, yeah, you have the newer version, right?
Yeah,
the remake,
I have the newer Avalon
which is
Hill
just
version.
as hard to find, believe it or not.
Yeah, it is. I was kind of shocked at that though. Yeah, because I mean, dude, I can't afford to buy samurai swords, but you never know. You might find it at St. Tammany Collectors Con because they got so much. Dude, all right, so like video games and the consoles and stuff like that, dude. So last year, I'm still trying to find Star Trek Conquest. That was a
Xbox 360.
No, PlayStation type, not Conquest. Was it Conquest? It was the one where basically they had ship-to-ship combat, but also you would take over little planet systems. So it wasn't. Maybe it was Conquest. It wasn't.
There is one that was on
real-time
PlayStation
strategy.
2. I'll have to.
That's the one. That's the one. So it's not Conquest. Maybe it is Conquest. I can't remember. That's it.
Yeah.
But I know what it is when I find it because I know exactly what it looks like. And so like I've looked at Max. It's not at Go4 Games. So this is where you can find like the overflow, if you will.
I'm looking at the map of the show. Man.
Dude, it's friggin' gigantic. All right. And so like then like right as you walk in, you can buy tickets now at StTammanyCollectorsCon.com, but you can also walk up and buy tickets at the door. They take check and credit. Well, I don't know that checks. They take credit and cash.
It's $20 for Saturday.
Yeah.
And $15 for Sunday. Why,
Yep. Why wouldn't you go?
Kids under 12 get in free.
Kids under 12?
Yeah, 12 and under get in free.
All right, Dean, pretend you're 11.
Yes.
Dude, he can't even pretend he's 12. He's so friggin' tall.
Well, he's 12,
as tall
right?
as me now. He's 12.
Well, it's 12 and under.
Oh, I thought you said under 12.
It's 12 and under, so he gets in for free.
Woohoo! All right.
And even if you want to
Last
go all
year.
weekend, it's $30.
$30 for the weekend?
Yeah.
Good Lord. Man, it reminds me of Crescent City Con, the one-day affordable con.
Oh, God, Crescent City
good
Con.
times, good times,
Speaking of which, they also, like, Coast Con's bringing back Herbie Con, which was basically Coast Con Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll always have the brass banana.
Yeah.
You remember the brass banana? Oh, my.
Is
There
it
was
appropriate?
I'll make it appropriate.
Okay.
I got 2 minutes to tell this story, so I'm going to tell it because it is another Dave special that will live forever in infamy. So we were at the Brass Banana, and there was the bar at the hotel. The hotel's since been destroyed.
Yeah.
And there was this girl on the dance floor smoking hot, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go dance with that. And so Alicia, Elmer's ex-girlfriend,
Yes.
we're sitting there at the table, so I go dance with this girl. Dude, smoke show. And I'm all up on it. Turns around, butterface from hell, but I was already
You're
in.
committed.
I'm already grinded. She's grinded back, and I look at Alicia, and she's just laughing. She's like, you said you were going to get it. I'm like, I think I got it, too. Oh, God. But then another Coast Con Jr., now I got a minute to tell this story, was the fantasy balcony party. That was the fantasy balcony party where we got kicked out of the room, and I'm dressed as Captain Steubing. Randy Wallace is dressed up as what's the short guy? DePlane.
Oh, Tattoo,
DePlane. So every time we ended up throwing the party on the balcony of the hotel outside. We had like a boom box, and as people would walk out, Randy would walk out. Hello, welcome to Fantasy Balcony. I am Tattoo. What is your fantasy? And this one girl goes, she's like, I want to get laid. And he's like, ugly thing. He goes, I cannot make that fantasy come true. Next, who wants to have a fantasy? And they're like, she's just like, you son of. So
I can actually, in my mind, see Randy saying that.
we got shut down like twice. Same thing like I did at Crescent City Con with a strip poker, or was it?
No, it was a wet t-shirt contest.
No,
Well,
dude, I did strip poker.
You did strip?
For the last year, I did strip poker.
Okay.
And yeah, oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, you had the dealer, the girls.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. I probably shouldn't be saying this stuff on air, but you know what? This is why you listen, because I'm riddled with ADD. All right, next week we have. I've got an interview tomorrow with a World War II bomber pilot.
Ooh,
so yeah, so we'll talk about that because Veterans Day is
awesome.
Tuesday. So thank you to all the
Thank
veterans
you,
out
all
there.
veterans.
Until next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
From NBA
According to the
champion
National
Stephen
Fire
Curry
Protection
comes
Association,
Shot Ready,
a house
powerful,
fire
never
is
before
reported
seen
every
look at the
95
mindset
seconds.
that changed the
Yet,
game.
40% of people believe they are more
You
likely
have
to
to
win the
find
lottery
joy
or
in
get
the work
struck by
you do when
lightning
no
and
one else is
experience a
around.
home fire.
Oh shoot.
From NBA champion Stephen Curry comes Shot Ready, a powerful, never before seen look at the mindset that changed the game.
I fell in love with the grind. You have to find joy in the work you do when no one else is around. Success is not an accident. I'm passing the ball to you. Let's go.
Steph Curry redefined basketball. Now he's rewriting what it means to succeed. Order your copy of the New York Times bestseller Shot Ready today at stephencurrybook.com.
According to the National Fire Protection Association, a house fire is reported every 95 seconds. Yet, 40% of people believe they are more likely to win the lottery or get struck by lightning than experience a home fire. As a global leader in fire safety, Kidde believes this is cause for alarm. Having the right amount of working smoke alarms in your home can help you protect your family. Learn more and get involved at causeforalarm.org. Together, we can help make every home a safer home.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.
Arr! We be under attack. Man the long nine. Prepare to be boarded. Flagship starboard bow. What? No, not by the enemy flagship. By garbage. The beautiful ocean be full of it these days. Many of folk don't know that when they throw their trash on the ground, it eventually makes its way into the ocean. So lend us a hand by always recycling and disposing of your trash properly. And learn more what you can do to keep the ocean healthy at keepoceansclean.org. Brought to you by the Keep Oceans Clean Alliance and the Ad Council.
WRNO FM, New Orleans, #1 on your presets, in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
If anybody's gonna walk in and throw $5 at him, it's gonna be Carlton.
Yeah.
I hope he does it though.
It would be great. This is definitely for you. I don't know if have you ever seen the Zordon as a racist video?
I don't think so.
Because I know you like Power Rangers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you're the Yellow Ranger.
You're
yeah,
the Yellow
yeah,
Ranger.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Jorge, Power Sombrero.
And I saw some random meme, and it was Kanye West as Zordon or Zorgon, whatever the fuck his name is. Kanye West, the original Black Ranger, the dude, who was at CypherCon, and basically
We're still YouTubing.
Oh wait, what?